Greetings and welcome to When the Moment Chooses You. I am your host, Coach Charlene, and I'm extremely excited to tell you about this new series that I plan on doing for September. And I'm excited to hear stories. I always talk about those compassionate, courageous conversation and the fact that we inspire and create destiny moments because truly I believe that every heartbeat matters. And so this series came out of a deep longing to do something about the fact that nursing is in a state of emergency. And the profession that many of us love and were called into, many people, as the research shows, are beginning to start walking away from nursing, trying to find something else to do, extremely burned out, disenfranchised, upset, and all of the other adjectives that we know that we can come up with. The biggest word that I hear mainly is exhausted, because we have been pretty much almost 3 years of combating a double pandemic. In addition to that, our own personal pandemics. And so this type of crises, this type of challenges and things that are going on in our world all at one time can tend to leave you empty and drained, where you feel hopeless and helpless. And so for this particular series, my heart is really to talk about for the love of the profession, because I know many of us love the profession. But just because I love the profession doesn't mean there's not certain things about the profession that I don't like. And so I, in 2010, hit a really moment where I was burnt out. I was tired. I was exhausted. And the profession that I once loved, I found myself just basically coming to work, doing my job, going home. And so then my organization, they decided to bring in caring science, a theory that guides our practice. And that was an absolute game changer for me. I embraced it fully because it was part of who I was already. I was already giving the care because every day that I went to work, my expectation was to make a difference in a patient's life, in a coworker's life, whoever it was that I was going to impact that day. That's what I was going to do. And so caring science gives language to that way of being, because we get so busy doing and doing and doing that we're never really being while we're doing. And that's what I absolutely love about caring science, because it allows you to create those caring moments with those that you connect with. And so this is a attempt to reignite your passion, to stir up your soul a little bit more, and to acknowledge where you actually are. We can't ignore the fact that a lot of us are exhausted or were exhausted, because I'm not in that exhaustion stage anymore. I was able to bring myself out of that stage and to regenerate my why and to find joy and meaning. And I know that you can do the same thing too. So with that being said, the series for this month, I will be highlighting different stories and different people that dared to share their story, because I just put it out there and asked, and then they said yes. And one of them in particular is the first one that's going to launch in September. And it's my visionary. I call her my visionary because in 2010, her theory was the theory that helped me to get that little light on the inside of me again for the profession. And this Dr. Jean Watson. And I'm so honored that you will be hearing from her to kick off our series for this nurses, a profession in crisis, just for the love of the profession. Really, as my aim and my attempt is to just find that little light that you once had on the inside of you. If your light is a little dim, I want to try to just ignite it just a little bit, so that you can continue to keep pursuing and that you won't walk away from something that you absolutely love, and that you can find ways to find that joy, to find that meaning once again. And so thank you so much for getting ready to go on this journey with me for the month of September. I really, truly hope that you'll be inspired and that you'll allow the words from the different stories to encourage you. If you have to cry, you can cry. If you want to celebrate, you can celebrate. And if you have a story that you would love for me to share, I am totally open to that. And I will put the link in my comments if you would like for me to feature your story, or at least let me listen to it, so that I can see if it can be a feature on this particular series. Thank you so much for listening. And I truly believe that if you open your heart and allow all the words that are going to come out for September to actually minister to your heart, touch your heart, because this is a heart thing. This is not about the task, and it's not about the doing. This is about you. This is about how valuable you are as a human being to humanity. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.